Yes, sir. What's the deal, everybody? It's your boy, I'm Mac, welcoming you to the Leisure Time Podcast Sports Talk, where we discuss some of the hottest sports topics going on in the world. Before or after you watch this video, please subscribe to the Leisure Time Podcast LLC YouTube page so you won't miss none of our content. Also, to those can't get to YouTube, please go download our audio versions or listen to our audio versions on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, and SoundCloud. Thanks.
What's the deal, everybody, and welcome to another episode of X's and O's, powered by CougFan.com. Man, tough loss for our WSU Cougs this week versus the USC Trojans in the Coliseum. Fall hard, 30-14. Refs, a lot of us can say that the refs were definitely in the way, but USC executed. They did some things right, and they deserved that win. I thought the boys fall hard overall. Grinch forced us to play conservative offensively. Obviously, Grinch was our defensive coordinator my senior year at Washington State, and he has a real familiarity playing against the air raid, the spread kind of air raid offense. He's seen it with Leach. He's been seeing it for years with Lincoln Riley, right? So they came prepared defensively. I've seen a lot of stuff that we used to do at WSU, where SC was doing a lot of movement before the snap, stemming, right? Allowing that D lineman number 49 to crash when you see a tackle go down and get TFLs, and allowing him to be very versatile. I like that guy a lot. But overall, a lot of man coverage. Kyrie in the pocket as always, like he always is, right? But I'm seeing it a little bit too much. And what USC did, they did a good job exploiting our weakness, which is our offensive line right now. Obviously, we love all the showmanship that Cam has, that Kyrie Ward has, right? But it comes to a time where you just want to be super oatmeal, super vanilla in that pocket, right? You do not want to always have to razzle and dazzle and get out the pocket and make plays. Every now and then, it's a good feeling as a quarterback on drop back 3, drop back 5, throw the ball with rhythm and timing, right? And right now, our offensive line is not allowing that. Obviously, USC has a better front four than most of the teams we're about to be playing for the rest of the year, but still, we have to get more consistent up front. It just has to happen. 19 for 32, 2 touchdowns, and I really felt that if we could have got a little bit more shots vertically, right, especially in that second half, it would have loosened up that defense so we could have scored more points. But overall, we got shut out in the second half, and that's ultimately what did us in this game. Defense played well enough to win. How about Jalen Jenkins, though? I would be remiss if I do not shout out a running back in a Coug raid, in the air raid, going for over 100 yards, right? He goes for 13 carries, 130 yards, 2 catches for 54 yards, and he showed me something I haven't seen in a while from a WSU running back, and that's that natural burst, natural speed. You can tell kid is a flyer, right? And as he continued to go in that raid room and continue to get bigger and bigger, especially get them legs and more powerful, those 60 yards are going to be 80 yards touchdowns really soon with Jalen Jenkins. I like him a lot. Defensively, I felt that we played really well. We forced USC to kind of do things they didn't want to do. Have you watched USC versus teams like Arizona State early in the seasons against Fresno State? They're a big play offense. They can make a lot of plays downfield, but we limited that, and we forced them to take 5 running the ball. We forced them to take 5 to 7 passing the ball. We forced them to be very conservative, and that's always a plus. Don't let the scoreboard fool you. It was a 17-14 game, and USC came to the second half, got 7 points, got 6 points, right? It's not like they were able to just score at will on us, right? They weren't able to score in bunches, and I think that our defense plays super well with that. Caleb Williams, holding him to under 220 total yards is a plus. This is a guy that's Lincoln Riley's guy, right? I know a lot of people penciled him in probably for going over 400 total yards against us. But for us as a defense to hold him under 220 yards, that is a big plus, especially from when the time we played Oregon and Bo Nix had all those yards. Thomas Dye, very good running back, and he needed all 28 of those carries to get to that 149 yards. I think that we made it tough on him. He's a super good running back, but overall, I think defense played well. Now let's talk about the refs a little bit. A key moment in the game was around late second quarter. It's about 3rd and 14, and they threw a penalty on a PI to Monty Marsh on number 19. I really felt that the ball was uncatchable, and I thought that number 19 actually initiated the pass interference. So I really think that the refs at that moment got in the game. You got to realize, guys, when you're in a road environment, tough environment, right? The refs, you already got so much going against you. When the refs come into the game and make bogus, outrageous calls like that to kind of just mess up our momentum, I didn't appreciate it, right? I didn't appreciate it, right? But overall, I'm not going to blame the rest. We're going to get better, and we still executed some great plays, which I'm going to break down right now. Let's start with the first offensive play. Let's get it. All right. Now it's time for the first offensive play. So obviously we got Jalen Jenkins, amazing 30-plus yard reception he had in the first quarter. Obviously we're in our we are in 11 personnel. We have a tight end. We have a running back right here, right? We have Robert Farrell playing the receiver right here. We have Stribling right here and Donovan Ali right there, right? SC is kind of in their nickel defense as always, right? Kind of a field front. Have your nose in the 3, your tackle in the 1, you have your end in the 6 side, kind of blowing up that C guy with your buck linebacker playing in the 5, the Will and the Mike backer 5 yards up with the nickel as well, 5 yards off, okay? Safety's ready to roll down once they get this motion from Farrell. So what we do is we fake Farrell on a jet sweep motion, right? As he faked on this motion, we had Jenkins kind of fly to the flat right here, right? But instead of staying in that flat, right, he decides to take it up. Okay, we had Ali right here going inside, doing a little clear, little post route. And once Farrell fakes it, he rides the play, he fakes it, okay? These linebackers, they all kind of bite, right, because they have the illusion, right? Farrell's been an awesome player for us since he's been here. Super shifty guy, so he can give a good jet sweep illusion, okay? And what SC does is they kind of lose the back. Right? When this safety rolled over, this safety goes down. He's seen it, so this safety comes up with Jenkins, right? And as he goes up with Jenkins, the ball is kind of underthrown a little bit. I understand Cam's thinking of underthrowing it. I can't say that he was predicting the pass interference, right? But it ended up being pass interference, and Jenkins still caught the ball, right? It was an amazing reception. I really like the fact that how Jenkins, right, is showing his dual threat purposes within this offense. And I just love this overall scheme right here, guys. Anytime you can get these linebackers to bite up and then you can leak a running back on a wheel route, right, that's always a positive play. And I think this play right here shows the evolution of our offense in different ways. We can get more vertical up the field. All right, let's get to the second play. It's time for the second play of the game. So right here, obviously, I'm going to go into Keon Watson's 1-yard touchdown. I just truly love the play design. And guys, you know, I don't like sounding like a broken record, right? But every time we have this piece in the game, right, good things happen. Every time we have Billy in the game, good things happen. So I'm a big proponent or a big ambassador of this tight end in the Coug rate, all right, guys? So what we have here is, right, guys, we're in 11 personnel again. We have our tight end, our running back, okay, guys? Now we're at the 1-yard line, so we're trying to give off the illusion that we're about to run the ball, right? Run the ball, okay? Especially since Billy in here. But what we end up doing is one of the coolest plays I've seen in a while, kind of a fake running back dive, pop pass to the running back, which I truly loved a lot. So we get this play started off right here, right, guys? Let's look at the outside. So obviously SC is in their goal line kind of defense, right? Have their corners, nickel and corner and man cut. Have 2 C gaps right here in case it's a run. Obviously, you're bucking the C gap. You're into that C gap. You're tackling your nose, eating up them A's and B's and the mics and the wheels being able to flow, okay? So what we do is we give a zone look. We give like a dive kind of zone look where our O-line is shooting out, our tight end shooting out right here, right, guys? And our running back kind of in this pistol formation, giving that downhill illusion that he's going to get the ball and hit that gap really hard, right? So what we do is right here with our H receiver, we do slants right here with our X, right? As they do these slants, obviously the corner and the nickel follow them, okay? So when we do this fake, right, obviously all these guys bite. Right? Obviously, this safety is probably responsible for this Y, and this Mike is responsible for this running back, right? But this play design is so cool, guys, because what we do is we fake the run, right? And as we fake the run, after the fake, Nakia pops out into the flat, right? And this goes a little bit, this shows you a little bit of Cam Moore's magic, right? How he's able to fake the ball in these RPOs, get it, having enough touch to pop past it, right? It was a super cool play. So as Cam kind of rides them and fake it, right? And this running back pops out, okay? This safety right here and this Mike linebacker kind of get lost, right? Because they kind of get lost in the play action, okay? They're thinking possibly that he's going to go to right here. So this H and this X kind of picks this safety and the Mike linebacker on their slants, okay, guys? It's a super cool play design. So once Nakia goes to the flat now, The quarterback, all he has to do is kind of pop it to him, right? And it was one of the easiest, coolest touchdowns I've seen in a long time, right? Our offense, RPO game is truly is bread and butter. Being able to fake these runs and turn them into passes, okay? And I think that this play right here was truly cool because it showed the creativity of our offense. Now, of course, let's get to the defensive side of the ball. All right, now it's time for the first defensive play. One of the more huge plays I felt in the game in that second quarter. Awesome play by Jordan Lee on a 4th-and-1 situation. He went in the backfield, blew it up, got Addison down, right, for a big loss. And what made it even more impressive, he started hitting this squabble afterwards, right? So let's go ahead and check this play out. All right, so what we do is obviously we're in our kind of like bare front once you see the quarterback shift under center because Caleb kind of started like in a shotgun. And before the snap, he went under center. As soon as he went under center, Deion Henley, right, checked the line, right? He got over the center, giving us this kind of tight bear illusion, right? Our tackles in one techniques, our ends are going to be in 4 eyes, shooting those B gaps, right? With our Mike being able to flow this corner and this safety setting this edge with this nickel ready to set this edge and this free safety roaming. Obviously, we got our corner and man coverage right here. What this Z receiver does is try to do a fade, so we got that locked up. All right. So what they do is SC tries to motion Addison right here, guys. He tried to motion Addison right there, give him the fly sweep, and let the tight end and fullback kind of work the edges so he can get the short game. So their blocking scheme was kind of like this. Their arc released this tight end right here, making our corner forced to get him, right? With this fullback right here leading up, okay? This tight end right here, this tackle right here blocking down, right? And once our one linebacker saw it, obviously he flows with our Mike flows and our nickel flows. They all see it coming because once Addison does the sweep, they see the handoff, okay? Addison gets the ball. He has the edge, right? But what I love what Jordan Lee did, right? He wasn't waiting. He forced the issue, okay? So when Jordan Lee shoots through this C gap, right? Addison barely sees him. He shoots him, right? And makes one of the best plays I've seen all night, right? Super instinctive, right? And what I love the most about the play was the energy afterwards, right? How his teammates galvanized around him, how that play kind of sparked our next offensive drive. And I love the fact that he hit his squabble in L.A. Last time, my first time in the Coliseum at SC in 2013, we played SC at the Coliseum, and we had a great cornerback named Daquan Brown Cheetah, right? And he literally held Marquise Lee to 9 catches, 20 yards. And all he was doing the whole game was hitting this squabble, right? So that kind of reminded me of Cheetah, right? He gave me that Cheetah energy being in L.A. hitting this squabble. And I just love the fact how Jordan Lee was playing aggressive right here. I just love of our defense in general, how they flow to the ball, how they seem like they're playing free. What I love the most is how excited they are, right? You never see nobody make a big play and you don't see 4 to 5 other coups around them making the plays. And I think that energy is contagious. That culture is contagious. And Ward and Dicker are doing an awesome job on that side of the ball. Let's check out one more play. Let's get it. All right, now it's time for the last play of the day, the last defensive play, okay? And, of course, I'm going to go with Smith Wade's huge interception. All right, so SC comes in their pistol formation, right? 11 personnel, just like us, 11 personnel, right? Tight end right here, right? Giving off the illusion that it's a possible run. This running back is in a pistol right now. A pistol formation, meaning that the running back, the quarterback is in the shotgun, right? And the running back is behind him, right behind him, not on the sides, right? That's what makes it a pistol, okay? Shout out to Colin Kaepernick. Shout out to Nevada. They started that offense. All right. So as you can see, guys, right, we're in our nickel defense, okay? We always – and what I love about our defense is we do a good job playing combo coverage, I feel, playing man in zone within the same defense, right? So we have our corners manned up outside, right? We have our nickel right here manned up as well, all right? And we're going on a little safety blitz right here, a little safety robber blitz. So right here, this end spikes or crashes into his B gap when this safety rolls out on the blitz, all right? Our nose is hitting this A gap. Our tackle's going B to A, and our end is hitting this outside edge, all right? Allowing our Will and our Mike to kind of flow and play the hole, and this nickel being able to play deep. And that's what I like, right? 2 hole droppers, the free safety right here. And I just love the fact that how we played this defense. So on the snap, obviously, they do a good job play actioning, right? Play faking, right? This H receiver right here was the number 1 option. He does like kind of like a slight wheel route. And as he does this wheel route, right, this X receiver gives off the illusion that he's going to hit a post, but then he hits a stop right here, like a 10-yard curl, okay? And what I love the fact about number 6 is he is truly playing like one of the best corners, not only in the Pac-12 guys, but in the nation. And I think that he's one of the better cornerbacks I've seen in college football in a minute, right? Definitely a Sunday prospect. All right. So what I love about this play is right here is, guys, we're able to get some pressure with number 20 right here off the edge, right? And we force Caleb to make a tough throw, a very tough throw right here. So this receiver obviously does a great job running the route, right? But Smith Wade was sticky the whole time. When I mean sticky, I mean he's in his ear. He's not giving him no space, right? So when Caleb throws that curl, right, Smith Wade is able to jump on the route, right, which was an awesome play, right? Because takeaways always equal victory, all right? As he continued to emerge, I feel like we'll be able to continue to unlock our defense, right? Anytime you have DBs that can do great in man coverage, that allow defensive coordinators to send more blitzes, right? And as a front seven player, you love the blitz, all right? Overall, this game was a very, very huge stepping stone as far as the learning curve, right? Like I told you guys, I wasn't in the mindset that we're going undefeated this season. I know that we had a new quarterback. I know that we have a new coaches. I know that we have a new culture being set at Wazoo, right? And within those culture and within those things, a lot of learning lessons has to be had, okay? And I think this is a good game to show offensively that, hey, we got to be able to make more explosive. We got to be able to not be predictable. Defensively, it showed us that, hey, man, we're going to be going against these tough offenses, against these tough running backs, right? We cannot fold, right? And I think that once our offense kind of catch up with our defense, we'll truly be special, right? There you have it. That's this week's episode of X's and O's. As always, please, guys, go ahead and subscribe to the Leisure Time Podcast YouTube page. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. Also, subscribe to CougFan.com. Peace. I'm going to holler at y'all. Go Cougs.